and welcome. Today I am doing the weekly, sorry, I still haven't got used to saying that yet, the weekly GR4 race. It is the second race of the day, so it's going to be a 3-lap shootout. I am going around Bathurst in the F-Type GR4. I couldn't resist myself. For those who don't know, this Tuesday, or the Tuesday just gone, I finished up the Jag Cup, which is a 5-race series. One make, one car, and that is the F-Type GR4. We raced that for the whole series, and then when I saw that Bathurst was on tonight, given that the final round was the Bathurst round, I couldn't resist it. I thought I have to jump in, I have to try and do this race and see how I go. Now this is actually the second race I've done tonight. As the first race I actually qualified in pole, which is great. It took me by surprise. You can see there I've done a 2:13.389. Not a blisteringly fast lap time, but nonetheless, obviously, it was good enough for pole in race 1. I kind of stuffed that up myself, going down through the S's, and and then I actually got hit from behind as well, going into the last. Into the chase on the last lap. So I'll show you a very quick highlight of what happened in race 1 there. I mean, I've not done that well at all, actually. I don't think I made contact with him there. Oh, some contact there. I don't know where he is. There he is, he's inside of me. Okay, now I have a penalty. Got the run on him. I'll get next to him and I'll back off now because I'm trying to burn some of this penalty off. Oh, copped a hit up the rear. Struggle to pull it up. Not good. He's got a fairly profound penalty himself there, but unfortunately the damage has been done to me. But as you can see, I have actually managed to pop it back onto pole position. My SR was definitely affected last race. I would imagine my DR was as well, because I only managed to come 4th, which is a little bit disappointing. But yeah, you can see a bit of a mixed class again. It seems to be happening a little bit lately. I'm guessing that's down to the amount of people doing it. But I'm up against mainly Bs, Cs and Ds and such. Last race was it was pretty much a whole field of BS, me being AS, but I'm not that far into the A, so it's not surprising that it's probably not matching me with anyone too outrageously fast. Now I am doing this live, and by live obviously I don't mean live streaming, but I mean I'm commentating this live as I do it, so whatever happens is actually happening. I'm not commentating this after the fact. But yeah, it was a really good series. Obviously finished up at Bathurst, and I just felt I should be in form. It was easy just to jump in the car. I felt at home at the track. I felt at home in the car. The only thing I really needed to adjust my brain towards was the tyres, because of course in the Jag series we were using the racing soft tyres, and of course in the daily races you are restricted to the racing hard tyres. I don't have to worry about pit stops here. I don't have to worry about fuel burn. So I just need to put my head down and go. Hopefully, having stuffed up race 1, I can manage to not do that again in race 2. But as we count down about the last 5 seconds or so, if you don't know what the Jag Cup is and you are interested to find out how that cup worked and what the rules were and how you enter and all the rest, it's all over on my website, www.charlierosco.com. So if that sounds like something you might be interested in, then by all means do that. I haven't actually been doing any daily or weekly races for a long time. I just haven't really been doing it, and I actually saw someone make the comment that if you want good clean racing these days, you really have to be joining some kind of private lobby, private series for that matter. And they reckon that the daily sport races is getting worse and worse in terms of skill and cleanliness and how people race. So we're going to find out. Race 1, I pretty much stuffed that up myself. Hopefully race 2 goes a little bit better for me, and I can bring this 3-lap race home in the position that I'm starting, in pole position. Whether or not, it probably will still negatively affect my DR, because no one else is actually in the same level as me. So let's see how we go as the race gets underway. Immediately onto rev limiter. Thank you, Gran Turismo. I have a McGann behind me. That is going to be much quicker, and a huge oversteer does not help. That is not how you want to set yourself up to defend up the straight against a car that we all know is faster. I'm going to stay hard to the right hand side here, make him go around the left, And when he gets next to me, I'll just start to drift across the track a bit to regain some space. Squeeze him a little bit without running him out of road. And that's worked. So a little defensive trick there. If you stick to the inside, he can't go up the right-hand side of me. And then when he's next to you, that's when you want to move across the track just a little bit. And if I can get away and have a couple of clean laps, or at least a clean lap or two, hopefully I can just go on and take a nice win. But I'll concentrate this time over the top of the mountain, try not to make the same mistake that I did last race. Left my tip-in point too late there, so I had to roll right out of the throttle. But you can see I have already got a 1.5 second lead, so I guess this is probably the quality of the weekly races at the moment. Oh, look at that. There you go. I've managed to stuff myself up again, because I cut too close to the inside of the dipper. For those of you not aware, there isn't really a grass patch in the dipper. And I didn't hit the wall. I know when you hit the wall you definitely get a penalty, but obviously I've cut so close to the wall that I've been penalised for cutting that grass bit, which kind of sucks. So I guess what I need to do now, I've obviously already got quite a good lead. I need to pull out enough of a lead to burn that off. And not have it affect my race, because I would be absolutely gutted if I managed to not win this one either. Of course, one of the reasons I chose the Jag, we started out with the Spec 7 Cup, which is the RX-7. And I wanted to sort of gradually increase the pace as I go through series. So the first series was great. Second series I wanted to be GR4, and one of the reasons I chose the Jag was because not only is it a great car, good looking car, it sounds nice, it's just a nice car all around, but it's a car you don't see used all that regularly in GR4. I often find when you're in a good close competitive race, people aren't picking the Jag. So it was one of the other reasons why I wanted to choose that. So back to 7 here, second. You want to get on the throttle as hard and as early as you can, and it's 100% throttle the whole way up the hill. You don't want to back off again, you just need to steer your way around so that you don't hit any walls, getting your apexes right. This is where you lift for the first time there, just lift off a little bit, which pulls the front in, and getting back on the throttle hard will actually kick the back out just a bit and tighten it. And that was disgusting. I think I panicked because of race 1 where I made a dog's breakfast of that. And that's not how you want to do that. We'll see how we go next lap. I've got a 2.5 second lead, so I'm going to try and burn off some of the penalty here. This is I'll show you the best spot I have found. A little bit of oversteer on the Forest elbow there. I'll show you the best spot I've found on Bathurst to try and burn off a penalty. And if I can get rid of a decent chunk of it here, obviously a 2.7 second gap, it's probably not a real fair fight at this point due to the drivers' ratings, but hey, I get what matchmaking gives me. So about here, roll off a little bit, tap the brake, and it just rolls a heap of that penalty off. But it's important to keep an eye on the penalty and when it's no longer counting down, and that's when you need to re-engage your pace a little bit. Tell you what, making a lot of little mistakes here actually. It's not been a particularly good race. I don't know if it's because I'm at the front, if I'm trying to talk my way through it a little bit more. But if I can maintain that, I've only got to burn another 1.5 seconds off. So if I do the same thing going down through the chase, back off where I did last time, I should be able to roll out. Given how much time I gave up, a 2:15 was probably looking somewhere in the 2:13s had I been able to complete the lap properly. Third gear for this one, again, you want to get on the power as soon as you can without stepping the rear out. I do have traction control turned off. Back down to second there. Make sure you don't run too wide. Hard on the throttle. This thing doesn't carry on in the rear end too much. If you don't have too much turn on the wheel, you can just hold the throttle flat, and as I said last lap, the whole way up here. Let's see if I can not make a dog's breakfast of the S's this time around. Quick back off to pull the front end, hard on the gas to continue to tighten that turn. Gone in a bit gentle that time, but I've got through. Try to tackle it a little bit slower, that's looking a lot nicer. You can cut that much of the grass, as you can see, no penalty forthcoming there. Dealing with a bit of understeer, but again, you want to get on the power as soon as you can. Now, I do have about a 3-second lead at this point, so hopefully I should be able to roll off. And as long as I don't allow myself to run too deep around the chase, that'll be it. But yeah, I just wanted to, I thought I'd take the opportunity to do the race, given that I was in the Jag and I was at Bathurst. So I'll back off there. I actually didn't do a very good job of it this time. But that's okay, I should be able to roll out of it. Probably about here somewhere. Get the rest of that done, back on the throttle, and that's fine. So another little mistake, but this time I am able to bring it home in first place. Short, quick video. Thanks for watching. If you did enjoy it, remember to hit subscribe. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. And anyway, bit of a nothing race, but whatever. Thought I'd upload the video. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you in some upcoming live streams and videos. Thanks very much for watching. Bye for now. Daily workout, here we go. What piece of junk can I get? Or can I get something decent? I don't know if there's any cars there I particularly want. I'll probably have that old Group C car. But I didn't get it. Got the Citroen.